In this edition of NHL Talk, these are the top hockey stories with quotes from players, coaches, managers, and more. Check Tom Pepper's profile every day for a new edition of the NHL Talk column. Maple Leafs Matthews reaches 100-point mark on season. Toronto Maple Leafs forward Auston Matthews scored 2 assists in a 7-3 win against the Washington Capitals on Thursday, giving him 101 points in 69 games this season. He ranks first on Toronto in points and goals and fourth in assists. It marks the third time in Maple Leafs franchise history that a player has reached the 100-point mark, following in the steps of Darryl Sitler and Doug Gilmour. Auston Matthews, Toronto Maple Leafs. "It's humbling," Matthews said. "I mean, I feel like I just keep repeating myself, but obviously to be mentioned with those two guys, what they were able to do for this team and this city, and kind of paving the way for guys like myself and the guys that are here now. It's a big honor, but it didn't happen without the guys on this team and the guys I play with every single night. It's certainly not about me. I think it's a team accomplishment, and obviously tonight was a big bounce back win for us against a really good team." Lightning clinch Stanley Cup playoffs berth in thrilling game. The Tampa Bay Lightning clinched a playoff berth for the 8th time in its last 9 seasons with a 4-3 overtime win against the Anaheim Ducks on Thursday. Tampa Bay jumped out to a 2-0 lead before allowing 3 consecutive goals against, but managed to tie the game at 3-3 with 13 seconds remaining in regulation, eventually sealing it at 1:58 of overtime. The Lightning are back-to-back Stanley Cup champions and will be making a run at a three-peat. Alex Orn, Tampa Bay Lightning. "We don't love our entire game, and I think we have some steps to take to get better," Lightning forward Alex Orn said. "We have to find a way to get ourselves ready for the playoffs. But like I said, finding a way to win at the end hopefully can galvanize us, and we gain some momentum moving forward." Penguins clinch Stanley Cup playoffs berth for 16th straight season. The Pittsburgh Penguins clinched a playoff berth for the 16th consecutive season with a 6-3 win against the New York Islanders on Thursday. Pittsburgh's incredible postseason streak is the longest active streak among all NHL franchises. The Penguins are 5 points behind the New York Rangers for second place in the Metropolitan Division following its latest victory. Mike Sullivan, Pittsburgh Penguins. "I think it's a remarkable accomplishment," Penguins head coach Mike Sullivan said. "It's hard to make the playoffs. Half of the league doesn't make it every year. There's a lot of good teams every season that don't make it. The fact that this organization has done it 16 consecutive years in a row, in my mind, is a remarkable achievement." Red Wings Nedeljkovic earns shutout against former team. Detroit Red Wings goaltender Alex Nedeljkovic earned his 6th career NHL shutout in a 3-0 win at the Carolina Hurricanes on Thursday. He put on an incredible performance in his old stomping ground, saving all 46 shots he faced in the game. After being acquired by the Red Wings from the Hurricanes on July 22, 2021, he has a 2-1-0 record in 3 starts against his former team. Alex Nedeljkovic, Detroit Red Wing. "Anytime you can get a shutout in this league, it's always special, so maybe tonight it was a little bit more," Nedeljkovic said. Oilers Smith records first shutout of the season. Edmonton Oilers goaltender Mike Smith recorded his first shutout of the season in a 4-0 win at the Nashville Predators on Thursday. He saved all 30 shots he faced in the game for the 43rd shutout of his NHL career. With the victory, the Oilers continue their surge in the Pacific Division, 4 points ahead of the Los Angeles Kings for second place. Mike Smith, Edmonton Oilers. "We wanted to bounce back and have a better effort than we did in Minnesota," Smith said. "I think it was as complete an effort as you can have against a really good hockey team in their building. It's always tough to play in here. It's always a good atmosphere, and the guys responded really well. Had a good start to the game, got up in the first, and then kind of just carried the momentum of that throughout the whole 60, so it was good to see." Blackhawks end 8-game winless skid in shootout. The Chicago Blackhawks ended its 8-game winless streak with a 5-4 shootout win against the San Jose Sharks on Thursday. Blackhawks forwards Patrick Kane and Alex DeBrincat each scored 3 points in the game, with DeBrincat also tallying the only goal in the shootout. Chicago is back in the win column after posting an 0-6-2 record in its previous 8 games. Patrick Kane, Chicago Blackhawks. "Feels good," Kane said. "Obviously, changes the vibe in the room a little bit when you win a game. Everyone's excited, everyone's upbeat in the room after that one, and it's nice to get 2 points on a night like tonight too." Canucks Miller tallies career-high 5 assists in blowout win. Vancouver Canucks forward JT Miller tallied a career-high 5 assists in a 7-1 win against the Arizona Coyotes on Thursday. He has 91 points in 73 games this season, leading the Canucks in points and assists, and ranking second in goals behind Bo Horvat. Vancouver hopes to make the playoffs with the help of Miller, sitting 5 points back of the Dallas Stars for the final wild-card spot in the Western Conference. JT Miller, Vancouver Canucks. NHL Talk, Avalanche, Rangers, Blue Jackets and Canadiens. "I try to feel like I'm never satisfied. I've got an amazing opportunity since I've been here. I've gotten to play in every situation, which is something I've worked for my whole career," Miller said. "But that being said, it doesn't really mean much to me if we don't play in the playoffs. It's great, but I'm not in this for the personal game. I really just want to play in the playoffs because when you score in the playoffs, that's when it means a lot."